Hey, good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning, and my son and I are off onto our adventure of picking up this vehicle that he has purchased. And he's ran inside. I don't know if you can see the golden arches up there in the corner of my window. He wanted to go in and get a breakfast sandwich to get his day started right. So it's a beautiful day. It's going to be like around 70 degrees, nice and sunny. So we're starting off right anyway. Let's hope that this goes smoothly. I do have the trailer on the back just in case anything happens, but I'm hoping all I do is just pull this trailer around for about 3 or 4 hours today. We've got to go 2 hours south of us to pick this up, so we'll see how it goes. And there he comes. See you guys. Well, made it to the location. My son and the guys buying the car off of, they're getting ready to pull it out, take it for a little spin. So we'll film as they pull away here, so you get the first look at what we're going to pick up today. Apparently that is a Porsche 914, 1974. My son has had his eye on one of these for quite some time. So we're going to take it for a little spin, see what he thinks. And hopefully we're going to try and drive that home today. Well, I'll be the first to tell you that I know absolutely nothing about these cars. It's a decent looking little car. It's not perfect. It's got some imperfections. There's some stuff going on. I wonder if they haven't replaced this quarter panel at one point. But they just got back from a test drive and apparently things went well. Again, another little spot, but for the price that Brock's bought this for, you know, it reflects the condition of the car. This be my first time sitting in it. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I might be able to get in it. I might not be able to get out of it. Oh, actually quite roomier, a lot more roomier than what I thought. Wow, it's got old school cassette. So anyway, this is what we're picking up. We're gonna try and, he's gonna try and drive it home. We'll see how it goes. Well, we are underway. We've just pulled out. We've got about a 2-hour trip home in an unknown vehicle. So it seems like it runs really well. It has newer brakes and so forth on it. So I think we shouldn't have any problem. But he's got it insured in case anything does happen, but we're going to ease this thing back up to the Martinsville area, and then he's going to take it on up to Indianapolis. So beautiful. We missed my 90-mile ride. I missed it by a week. Even though it doesn't look it here in this particular view, the leaf colors in this area are much prettier this weekend than what they were last weekend. But oh well, we still had a great time. Still cruising through town. Bought this car. Oh, where's that? There it is. Bought this car in French Lick, Indiana. Home of Larry Bird. That's the West Baden Hotel. Really beautiful area down here. West Baden and French Lick. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of neat little shops. If you're ever in the area, there's a hotel and casino in French Lick, and then come over here and visit West Baden. It's a really neat place. So I'll be curious. You know, right now we're just running 30-35 mile an hour. Hopefully when we get out onto the open road here, the car continues to drive and run well. So far, so good. I think it's running, I can smell it. I think it's running maybe just a tad bit rich, but no smoke when it's going down the road. But I noticed when he first takes off, it got a little puff, so I'll continue to follow him home. Really interesting barns in this farm. Pretty cool. I've never seen silos that have roofs on them like that. Cruising along at 66 miles an hour. Seems to be doing just fine. It's a beautiful day. 69 degrees outside right now. Down in Amish country, I was hoping saw a horse and a buggy just a bit ago. I was hoping maybe I'd catch another one, get it on film. I wasn't rolling when I passed him. We're coming into the little town of Orleans, Indiana. Wow, looks like we got a bunch of dudes riding some bikes today. They picked a better weekend than we did last weekend. Not a drop of rain in sight today. I'm gonna let the film roll. Orleans is kind of a cool little town. I think it's when we came through the first time, when we headed down to pick up the car, I believe I saw a sign that said it was established in 1815, which is a year before Indiana actually became a state. Indiana joined in 1816, if I'm not mistaken. But it's Orleans isn't too unsimilar to a lot of small towns in central Indiana anyway. Just one main stretch. Most of the businesses are located on this stretch right through the middle of town. City Park, you know, as they all have. But really cool old architecture buildings and storefronts. Camera probably isn't showing all of that, but '73. We got a little stretch. He could open it up. I guess he wants to see how it's going to do. We talked about, oh, let's just take it easy. Let's just, you know, nice and slow, ease it home. First time you could pass a car, he hammered down. Gotta love it. I'm right there with you, buddy. Apparently got Amish in this area also. I think we're rolling into Mitchell, Indiana. Yeah, yes we are. Mitchell, Indiana. Sign right there. Mitchell's the home of the Spring Mill State Park here in Indiana. Beautiful park. One of the prettier parks that we have, actually. It's got an old grist mill and Pioneer Village, and just a really neat place. If you're ever in the area, Spring Mill Park and Inn, right there on the sign. I highly recommend going and visiting that. I probably couldn't read that. It said, welcome to Bedford, Indiana. Limestone quarries around here. A lot of, if you ever go to Bloomington, go to Indiana University, and you'll see a lot of the buildings were built using limestone. A lot of that limestone came from this area, just south of Bloomington, little town of Bedford. Again, so far so good. We're just cruising right along. We'll continue to head north. I couldn't tell, was there a smile on his face? If there was, I bet it went from ear to ear. Well, so far this has been a pretty uneventful video. I apologize about that. Not that I really want anything to happen, but we are just now rolling into Bloomington, Indiana, home of Indiana University. Hell, this video is turning more into a tour of I-69 and State Road 37, north-south, isn't it? Sorry about that. But traffic has been a little heavier. Not on this trip hasn't been bad. Coming down was horrible. It's IU football homecoming, and man, was traffic coming south on Interstate 69 heading into Bloomington horrible this morning. Today, on the trip back up here, it's not been bad, but so far, so good. The little car is just rolling right along. So, but yeah, we're just probably about 25 minutes from Martinsville, my shop in Martinsville, where I'm going to separate from him. He's going to go on up into Indianapolis and drive it the rest of the way home. So hopefully, if we've gone the first 3/4 of the way, he can make it the last fourth without any incident. So, but pretty happy with it so far. So, you know, it's driving well. He keeps giving me a thumbs up, so I guess everything's good up there. '71, '72, and a '55, so we're cruising right along. Got a Miata, got no plate either. You wonder if he just picked that up. He's bombing in it though. We are almost to Martinsville. We're almost to getting it back into my territory anyway. We've got another 10-15 minutes of driving. I think it's going to be all right. I think he's going to be able to get it the rest of the way home with no issue. Well, he just called, and apparently we're going to bypass this exit, which is the one that goes to my shop. He wants to go show the car to Mama Warner. So we're going to go ahead and head on over to my house, which is just a little bit farther away. So we're going to continue to go. He's pretty excited. I could tell from his voice on the phone when he called me that, you know, he really wanted to show it to his mom. So that's neat. It's his first, I mean, he's owned lots of vehicles, but, you know, this is the first, like, truly neat one he's owned. He's got a 64 Chevy pickup and a 66 Chevy van, but, you know, he got those when he was a little bit younger, and I think he was kind of following my footsteps, because I like the old vintage type stuff, but it's not really his. That's not his style. I think he'll keep the 64 Chevy pickup. That was the first vehicle he ever had. He built that truck from parts, basically, when he was a senior in high school. And the 66 van, I don't think he has really too much attachment to that. I've actually talked about buying that off of him. So, but this car right here, he's wanted a Porsche for a long time, and this is, you know, kind of an entry level. Gets him this daggone trailer wiring thing. Sorry for that. This gets him into. It's a good car, first good one to get into that genre of cars, that hobby, and, you know, he can wrench on it a little bit. It's got the dents and dings, and he's not going to be afraid to drive it. scratch it, whatever. So fun for him. I'm excited for him. Well, seeing how this didn't turn into much of a rescue video and more of just a tour of Indiana video, I don't know if those colors are showing up or not. It's still kind of green. Beautiful though. I was going to ask if you'd even tried reverse yet.
First go around.
Are you still happy? Yay! All right. Take the top off for the first time. See how this goes. Oh, look at that.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Yeah, you got to ride the rest of the way home with that off.
What a beautiful day.
Yeah, it really is a nice day. Oh, can you get it by yourself?
So they say this clips in here.
Yeah, he's talked about it
Looks
going
like
into
those.
these clips up here and then something back in here. It's got, I don't know which way's the front. That looks right, Brock, because it looks like this thing needs to go down in this hole right here, maybe. Oh, sorry. That's pretty cool. So you can store it inside the back trunk. So all the gauges and everything work. The oil pressure and all that. Does it have all that good stuff?
The only gauges that work is the battery voltage,
Okay.
and then speedometer, tachometer,
Okay.
dynamometer, and then
Does it? What's it got for like oil pressure or anything? Does it have a light or something?
so there's a little light that comes on right
Oil
here.
right there. I see it over
in
there.
This one doesn't have what was called the appearance package, but
Okay.
if it did, then there would have been a center console, and that would have had oil pressure
Oh, it would have had gauges down there.
on there.
Okay.
So it's kind of odd that this year didn't have the appearance package, because the vast majority of the 2.0s that were sold did.
Okay.
So definitely had random stuff done. It's like these lights. These are Euro style with the yellow on top or orange.
So do you
on
think
top with
those
the
have been
white.
replaced
These
then?
These have definitely been replaced.
They've
All of
definitely
the
been
US
replaced.
ones would have been all orange on the whole thing.
All orange on the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you turned the lights on to see if they pop
Yeah,
up?
so they pop up.
They did. So did you check it? There they go. Yeah, they're probably vacuum operating. The car has to be running for them to pop up. Cool. It's got an interesting fuel gauge. Focus on that. So you've got like a reserve, and then quarter of a tank, 2/4 of a tank, and 4/4 of a tank. It's an interesting way to put that. Too much sun glare, really can't see too much. 5-speed. He is missing the C for his Porsche.
Oh, there we go.
There you
Did
go.
you find it?
Yep.
All right, be safe. He sounds just like a Volkswagen. And there he goes. All right, guys, thanks for joining us on the adventure.